Alright, that's all good. Now we're working on some new soldier setups. So what I need to do is make a new base kit. Light ammo. I need to switch it to an M93 olive. And then what was the... Actually, no, there appears to be a good mix of woodland multicam or something. They also seem to have body armor and vests. With M1 helmets. So actually... more like a woodland paint. Desert polygon pattern. I mean, that one's kind of close. They've also got some solid olive camo. ERD, yeah. Let's see if I can match that. Yeah, it's definitely a different camo pattern than what they have. In terms of vests, though, they appear to be rocking a Gref equivalent. Yeah, literally something like that, except no fancy stuff. Yeah, we have a lot of 6B23 options. I saw some woodland-esque up here. No, I guess not. Worst comes to worst, we have the olive covering there. We have a dark olive, which is even better. I'm not really seeing any chest rigs on top of that body armor. Most of them in the photos actually don't have body armor, but for the sake of the AO, I am going to give them that body armor. Maybe, yeah. The standard Russian, I forget what exactly it is. Yeah, it's not giving me the option to put that base plate on instead. We still have a lot of potential options down here. I know TSB adds a bunch. Again, not really chest rigs, more so just... It's actually hard to see in this one reference photo. Yeah, I'm surprised we don't have the base plate. So, if that's the case, I'll probably just go with this one. Call it a day. That's the one of the closest ones I have to actual woodland. Now, for the beginning of the Sierra Leone Civil War, it was 1991, so actually I need to look up Nigerian military instead of Ghana military, because Ecomog had a Nigerian commander at the time instead of a Ghana military commander. But they appear to mainly have AKMs. At least from what I can see here. this list actually isn't that helpful here. I'm trying to find something. There we go. All right. Wow, they actually have their own licensees to produce weaponry. Huh. Ain't that funny? I'm trying to recreate 1991 Eco Mod. But I'm also making them a little more powerful. I want them to have, since I saw a few pictures of them with body armor, I'm going to reflect that on all of them to make that tougher, because these guys are going to be guarding one of the bigger AOs today. Because my player base is, well, OP. To put it lightly. Yeah, alright. So that's a standard rifleman. I'm going to need a squad leader, which will honestly just have the same kit, unless I find that I do have a GP25 system. It is stretching it, but it's for the sake of playability. Okay, these are all vehicles, so I need to scroll back up. They have VZ-52 rifles. That's pretty funny. Customized PKPs. That's funny. What's a newer... No, 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 no. I could do an M16A1. No. Ah, I hit the wrong button. No! Not the bad button. No! But nah, like, these guys are just going to be on one airfield. I doubt it's going to be... If they actually attack it today, I'm going to make sure that it's equatorial hell for them. Let's see... NI arms or 3CB? Which one do I trust more right now? Oh, why did you keep the back ammo? Fucking... Whatever. No.
Let's give him a warm welcome, shall we?
Stenag. Okay, that's fitting. Now, some sort of auto rifleman would be great. Oh, man, what's up with all this ESAT Pacific?
Let's give him a warm welcome.
I wouldn't mind an assault pack for something like that. Let's see what we have in terms of the military. You forgot to do your screaming goat entrance. That's what you're doing. Welcome, Just Axe. How you doing? Ah, Tootie, it's fine. It'll be rebalanced in December. So the only machine gun that I see these guys having is either a frickin' DP, an RPK, an FN Mag. Screw it. We'll do an RPK, because I'm saving the other options for later. in the campaign anyway. So let's get rid of his bags, because for whatever reason, it's starting to dupe them. We're beat them 75 round drums that, what is this, a 3CB weapon? So I want to use a 3CB, no tracer. Oh, actually we can use RHS, it's the same ammo concept anyway. Use a smaller backpack. Alright. No, we're not doing the DP 100%. Hey, Jess, that's the goal, right? I'm gonna give him a carbine for the AK, so that would be an AKM. Yes, that's it, yep. Funny enough, didn't mess with his ammo type too much, which is fine. And then let's do that assault backpack. And then that. Yep, that's good for a medic. And then AT, this is where I'm actually going to make it really funny. Let me look at what type of AT. I'm assuming RPGs, but... RPG 7, Carl Gustav, an M40, and something called a swing fire, which I'm assuming is more modern. So I'm going to use RPGs. I would assume with a 7V warhead, but I'm not going to... Those are always a pain in the ass to try to find and dig through, so I'm not going to bother. Yeah, I'm going to assume VL. Group all of those guys up. It's 1966 and it's not man portable. Yeah, that's what I figured. All right. Now I guess I'm going to start doing the building here. Let's go ahead and sector these areas off. Up for 40% fade. Copy that, because there's going to be another one I'll do. I'm also debating, because of the sheer amount of stuff we're doing today, and I don't know what direction they're going to go just yet, should I just leave it as an optional thing and put the... I might actually do that and just build it all in the Zeus interface depending on the direction they go, because this is just way too laggy here. You know what I mean? So I might just keep it to the Zeus interface. They're going to be able to get a teleport pull down, whichever one they tell me I'll know is the one that we'll then focus on. I'm not going to have any more of the dump trucks around today. That was just for a one-time meme, but let me go ahead and look at the arsenal here. Let me make sure the L1A1 I put in for the arsenal item has ammo. And I have to do vehicle template, and I completely forgot about that. Well, you had a foul, so now you get an L1A1. Yeah, so you had the foul. So now you got that instead, which is literally the same thing. Wow, Liru's cheap. That's funny. Oh, man, Liru is very cheap. Holy crap. Here, we'll do the other item, because we'll do the next item on the list. It's only for the machine gunner in the group to take anyway, but
Let's give him a warm welcome, shall we?
it's alright. We already had that ammo templated too, because it was ready to go. Alright, now I need to actually tab out. I don't think I have the VOD anymore, so I need to actually go and look into said VOD channel. And to do that, we need to go into VODs. Hopefully that doesn't interrupt the music. I need to look into content. Let me try searching RUF here. Cool. And now I need to go towards the end and look at what we had in terms of vehicles left over. Vehicles actually made it back to base. Okay. Oops.
Let's give him a warm
So I'm gonna move
welcome,
those
shall
back
we?
for templating's sake. That survived. We had... Where's the really old gas truck? No, it wasn't a lot of... Let me just try looking up gas. Yeah, Volga. I have no idea what that hatchback car is. I would assume some sort of hatchback. It's not a double window, it's a single window. Liru, there's an easier way. Instead of reverse engineering, we can literally just look up what you put in the previous mission file and copy and paste from there, goober. Instead of manually searching for it. So instead of searching through one giant haystack for your needles, it's a tiny haystack that's in a few different areas. Okay. Because this was a small AO, so I pre-built everything. No, 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 no. No. Yes. It's a different color, but colors in Arma 3 vehicles are an interesting concept. What else do we have here? Other than Fred running north by himself. Here we go. Alright. So that is a bus. A fuel truck. Also copy this one over. Yeah, I only see 2 trucks remaining. But there's definitely a Ural. I think, yeah, so they got the Praga ammo. That was a mistake on my end. That should have never been spawned, but I'm not going to punish them for my own mistakes. They have that. There is a fuel. I can just claim it's out of ammo one day, because I'm mean. And there's appears to be another type of transport, which I'm pretty sure is this. Didn't mean to double click you and open up your attributes, but okay, cool. And there's another small car I can't identify because I didn't zoom in on it. Coming back, there's at least one transport truck. Or is that something else? Nope, that's a transport. No, okay. Okay. Gotcha. So that's not that. We have a third one of these. And we have a mutt. So we have one of these and we have a mutt. With an HMG. That's it. I think next week I'm going to see about putting the persistence mod in my add-ons and then testing it out for vehicle templating. I think that would be nice. And I'm having a brain fart of whether or not I copied everything. I feel like I did, but I'm going to cancel it out just to be safe. Yeah, no, they stole a bus. Yeah, no description in born home. Let me just make sure. Copy, and now let's go back. Here's a 5-minute and 30-second ad. Jesus, Mauser. I still remember I once got an ad that lasted for like 30 minutes. Like it was a full video of something. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Of course, I skipped it. I'm like, why? I have too many mission files to tell me about it. I'm not gonna lie, I might cut either... I think I'll cut Wednesday in another month or two, because it's a little too much for me right now. Hate to admit it, but... just the off days where I have to do... Actually, hell, it's not even bi-weekly anymore. It's because Wednesday's 506 stop became weekly instead of bi-weekly. That's why I'm giving a little, you know? Which also, I might have to refactor in my rates for client work, but, you know, blah. Something's got to give, you know? Put the armed one over here. And you know what? I think that's good. You know, as is. I think the one last thing I wanted to do was... No, it's not in here. It's under... Yeah, I wanted to lower this. Because they were a little OP. But that's what the whole point of the first mission is. It's balancing. Alright, so I'm going to just leave it to Zeus building depending on where they want to get teleported to. And I'll give a reminder in the post about rules and shit. So give me a second. What I'm going to do is, sorry to the guy that just got a 5.5 minute ad, but just because I need a little break to write up the announcement post, I'm putting up a few ads. Remember, guys, if you don't want to see ads, you should sub. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do it, it just happened that way. And what time is my op slot again for Tuesdays? I think it's actually at 2. Nope, it's at 2:30. Alright, cool. So, 18:30/2:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So, let's see. Where's op and training notifications? Jump up to pinned messages. Jump. Copy paste. I'm just gonna write hardcore because otherwise Makarov jumps down my throat. Because I don't explain the settings, but it's the same settings I always use. Delete the no slot restrictions part because there's no slot restrictions. RUF. Time 18:30 UT/2:30 EST. Nothing in the rules says I can't provide both. I just have to provide at least the UTC because they changed the rules because I don't know, they're dumb. And main plus Liru add-ons. RUF P2 assets. The Vix you stole from the last mission. Fuel, rearm, a mutt, decal car, and transport. Squad comp, GC team to build squads. That some roles are to take certain weapons unless you're loading a kit from last op. Extra info due to the gents. I left a quotation somewhere. I'll allow people to load in 15 minutes early to rebuild their kits from last week because I indexed. It's not last week. I think it's last mission. Early period open world might need a minute to sun, but if GC tells me where he wants to go, early. Enemies to fight. PKM added to arsenal because of mine takeover. Actually, yeah, and then M72 added due to checkpoint raid. I forgot about that. Actually, no, I'm not gonna add it. Never mind. We'll wait for the next diamond mine. GC sets the tone of the op, aka if you want to to him if you execute civvies and be brutal, period. Alright, that should be good. Got that posted. Everything's ready to go there. Awesome. Yay, war crimes. You have a script that changes the player side when they pick up a gun for a mission? What, so you mean if they pick up something, they change side? There's no way to write a script that way. The only way you can do it that way is if they... That's a tough one. I don't know how to write it. Based off of my knowledge of triggers, I don't know if that would be possible. Because I guess you would look for a condition of if a player was armed, but I don't know if such a condition exists. So Holy fuck, Dawako's in here. Yeah, he knows more than me. If he says it's possible, it's possible. I was thinking of something like, if you pick up a weapon, if there's a certain state in the game that defines if a player has picked up a gun, then you could set the trigger. Yeah, like Antistasi, but Antistasi I thought was... No, actually, no, it would be like Antistasi's system. Yeah, can check held weapon, that would be it. Yeah, and weapon equipped. That's what I was thinking. I just couldn't think of it. But that would be the type of script you would write. But inventory EHS. Yeah. Some of that goes beyond my head though, because I'm not the best scripter in the world. But that is something I want to look into once I've settled on all of the Zeusing I can do. But Dawako, pleasure to have you here, buddy. For those of you who don't know, Dawako is one of the greats, I would say, right now for Arma 3 scripting and... How would I put it? Some of the mods they put out to the community. Stalker-like anomalies. That's what I'm thinking of. It's Drongo Spooks Pack and Dawako Stalker-like anomalies. Those are the two that I absolutely love. It's great to see you in here, buddy. Hope everything's going well for you. All right, let's go ahead, save that, give one final export for good measure, and we'll leave that to open world today. Now we're going to move back to the 506th operation. Which we just have to put all the mods on for. He's always watching. And there we go, shades on Tiny Church once again. Righto, Dawako, will it be another one of the missions that is one of those missions that's released on the Steam Workshop? Because I always love playing those, or at least sometimes what I do is I take the mission, I pick it apart, and then I find ways to add player slots, and we get like a, a team of 8 rocking a mission like that. But it also depends on the mission itself. If it's built for one person, I generally don't do it. But if it's built for like a group of 4, I'll usually buff it to a group of 8 for TSP's sake. It's always a pleasure to play stuff like that. I know the paramedic, he's in my community now. He makes some great solo stuff. Alright, I almost have this mod set sorted. To depend on your unit's mod pack. You got too many non-workshop and in-house mods. Hey, I know the feeling, man. Sounds dope. Hypothetically, this is probably the wrong place to ask, but how would someone get into said community? I'm in one of those moods where I'm trying to reach out into a bunch of different groups and play around. Why is it telling me that? Oh, because I left GM on. Funny about the 506 mod set, they have a kill switch in it where if it detects that you've loaded GM, it just completely kills your game. It's pretty funny. But I mean, right now, I'm doing a binge of squad leading in TMTM, for example. But I'll probably stick my head in Remy's group because he's got a few things coming out in there that I think would be interesting. And then I'm gonna do a group op with Karmika soon to recreate an Osama bin Laden raid because he asked, and I'm like, sure, why not? And that'll be probably 3 Saturdays from now, give or take. I gotta reach back to him and set a finalized date and then start working on that mission file probably this weekend. Do I build my own maps? No, but that would be something I want to get into. That and more scripting. I just want to tackle those projects one at a time. But before I do that, I have a few in-house projects I want to do first, which I've been pushing off ever since I moved in. But I'm going to start trying to tackle one a week. GOAT Team 6 versus Osama bin Laden. It's going to actually be a serious op because that's what Karmika wants. But I can stick in a meme or two in there. Is it difficult to build maps? It is arguably one of the most difficult things you can do. But I've got a buddy who makes a lot of good maps, Night of Wizard. He's told me when I'm ready I can sit down with him and he can go over everything with me. But one of my goals, and this is going to sound a little dumb, but one of my end game goals is to be able to build small maps for my MCO stuff and then run them with MCO so I can literally build the terrain off of how I want MCOs to run. So, who knows? Why is it? It's because the editor is a little difficult to wrap your head around. But once you figure it out, it gets a bit easier. But I mean, it's the same learning curve as Eden. Or making missions in general, you know? Hey, Chosen, how you doing? Alright, let's look back at this little 506 campaign we're trying to start. Where do you start if you download Arma 3? I'd recommend a public server such as 77JSOC or Ahoy World. Play some Invade and Annex. Get used to playing in the multiplayer sense. Actually, hell, before you even do that, play through the tutorial. Modern is saying delete it. Yeah, if you don't want to get sucked into the damn thing, that's definitely a good place to start. Just fucking delete it. Oh my god. That's perfect. I agree it is a little underrated, but at least it teaches you the basics. And something has to teach you, you know? Otherwise, you're kind of SOL at that point. Alright, so we left off over here at Spawn. I need to build a Spawn roster. So I'm going to go ahead, select this guy, go to his Ace properties, set this up. We're now going to build groups of... Actually, it doesn't matter. We can all stick them in one group and they'll be fine. And then I can bulk name them without any roster stuff. I think 26 is a good thing to start. The biggest 506 thing I've seen was... it was in the double digits. It was like about 14 or 15 players. I doubt we'll get that. Anything past that. So, you know, 25 on the top is a good thing to sit. CIA operative. Real quick, what's the radio I gave them again? I think it was... I just want to remember the name so I can put it on the long range unit. And then I have to set multiplayer settings, set a group name, yada yada. Ace itself is one of the biggest mods in Arma 3 because it just adds so much functionality to the game. There's a few communities out there that don't use it. And it's really interesting to see how they deal with the shortcomings of comparing Arma 3 Basic to Arma 3 with Ace, you know? I don't know why I called it Basic. But there's a lot of scripting involved. So I gave him a tropical backpack, so I'll give myself a tropical. Alright. Someone shut that monkey up. Jesus. Just imagine walking on the airfield and hearing that. It's gonna make you shit your pants, to be honest. Alright, then... make it something super basic. That is the playable slot, because that's what I usually like to do. I set the Zeus as the one playable slot for testing, and then we do... Tropic. Lead group at CIA. Just name it. Something random, maybe a little janky. Who knows? We're never putting Ace in the public mod set. Never. Alright, let's see. So we have arsenals down. Let's put the plane over here. Set up the 2 arsenals over here. Make it early morning for the settings. We have to start going over environmental stuff. Tributes, multiplayer, custom, select respawn position. 10-second. That's the vehicle respawn delay. We don't have to worry about that. Set it at Zeus for functionality's sake. Disable that. Enable. Set up that for dynamic groups. Honestly, that's all we needed to do. I'm debating. Let's actually do a little bit of templating here just to show some green for positions. And we can actually tie this into the plot as well. I just gotta double check to make sure there's no military bases in the positions I'm putting down. Even then, I know I'm forgetting a few to mark. Yeah, it should be good. So what I'm thinking for this campaign, it's going to be a go in, find out everything's scuffed, because the Soviet side stepped on everything first. Because again, this is an alternate 1980s. What if, as a silly background, the USSR was able to capture more Nazi scientists than the US in World War II, and thus that gave the USSR an edge in technology, instead of it being the other way around. And that's my excuse to have a little more, you know, modernized stuff down. But this also means we can have the missions focus on prototypes, counter-espionage, all of that fun stuff. I'm debating how hard I want to strand the CIA forces here. So I also need to set up a few safe houses, quote unquote. But yeah, no, I think that would be a good one if I just set up a safe house right here. And we can actually set up quite a few of these so it doesn't look too obvious. Then again, yeah, the placement of them technically doesn't matter until I do an operation with that. That I might want to use for an objective because I like that specific area. Yeah, it should be good. But this can be a campaign that I can make last for 2 months. Actually, technically 3, because this can be like a 4 to 6 mission campaign if I'm running it bi-weekly. This can last us till the new year. Because after I finish New Horizons with the 506, I'm just going to do the campaign weekly. And thus, it'll be quicker on the draw. And I only need to focus on one project. Just to help optimize everything. This was kind of dropped on my lap, and I'm like, fuck it, I'll take it. But, you know. It'd be annoying to do. So, lighting's good, op's good. I'm not going to build the op itself right now because I'm still debating. What I like to do is I like to start my mission dev, especially for a new campaign or a campaign I've recently started. I start it a few days ahead, so if it runs on Wednesday, I try to start it on Saturday or Sunday, and that way, every day, I can come back to it and, make adjustments on the fly. Or, not on the fly, in the whole editing process. And it just helps to build everything. And then we use this as our debug area, which I'm happy with. We're definitely going to see these guys on day 1, though, so that should be fun. I think we're going to wrap it up here, because I'm still thinking about what I want to do for the op itself, so I have a good idea of it, but I want to get pacing. It's going to involve this area. Yeah, it should be good. All right. So, guys, we'll be back at 2:30 in about 2 hours, 45 minutes. For the RUF op, and I think that'll be it from me today. We might have some more mission development later today, because I still have this op I might want to finish, and then the other Wednesday op I want to do, which is going to be a play off of the Taliban swan boat pictures. It's just going to be a meme op. And then Friday's op I have to develop, and I haven't even begun thinking about that, and I need to start thinking about it. So, thanks so much for watching. Go operate operationally. Enjoy the rest of your day or night. Hopefully I'll see you in a few hours.